Hello and welcome to Street Talk with me, Patrick Christys. As you can see today, I am in Brixton. It's traditionally a Labour voting area, but I want to see whether or not they can tell a Brexit Party policy. Let's find out. So the general election is upon us. Yes. Do you know which way you're going to vote?
No, absolutely no idea.
Have you traditionally always voted one way in particular or not?
I tend to vote for whoever puts forward the best policies. This year, though, I'm up in the air. I honestly have no idea who it is I'm going to vote for.
All right. Can I throw some policies at you and see if you like them or not?
Yes.
£100 billion pumped directly into some of the most deprived areas in the UK.
Yes.
What about changing our voting system from first past the post to something like proportional representation?
Yes.
What about getting rid of the House of Lords? Well, not getting rid of it, but abolishing the people that are in there now, replacing it with people who are elected.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
All right. What if I told you that was the Brexit Party's policy?
Really? I would be completely surprised by that.
General election time. Is there anyone right now that you particularly want to vote for?
No, which is like a bit upsetting because I personally am not a fan of Jeremy Corbyn. I'm also not a fan of Boris, and I'm not massively clued up to do with the Lib Dems at the moment either. I don't think they've had like a massive campaign so far, so yeah.
What about yourself?
I am Labour till I die, so unfortunately I don't really like Jeremy Corbyn either. I don't think he's representative of the youth demographic of the Labour Party at the moment, but I will be voting for Labour, regrettably, considering the leader, but yeah, that's what I feel about it now.
Can I just float a couple of policies out that are doing the rounds at the minute and just see what you make of them, right? 100 billion quid to be injected into some of the more deprived parts of this country.
Good, but I don't believe it.
It also doesn't sound like enough.
Okay, fair. What about getting rid of first past the post, the way we normally vote, and doing proportional representation?
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
I take some issue with proportional representation. I do think first past the post has its issues, but the trouble with PR is that you end up having a lot of coalitions, and I'm not sure that's very good for strength of policies. Yeah.
What about abolishing the current setup of the House of Lords and electing the people that sit in there instead of essentially just giving it to them?
Yeah, I kind of back that, but I just don't see how you could turn a whole parliamentary system on its head. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a bit cynical, but that just doesn't seem like something that would happen.
Yeah, I agree with Tara.
Getting rid of HS2? Bothered?
Absolutely, yeah.
Any ideas? No? Not bothered. Right, what if I said to you that they were all current Brexit Party policies?
Really?
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't lie, I'm a bit shocked by that. Yeah.
General elections coming up. Who are you voting for?
Labour.
Why?
Because they're the ones that aren't going to destroy this fucking country like it is being done now.
There's a policy going about at the minute, 100 billion quid to be injected into some of the more deprived parts of this country. Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Pro.
What about getting rid of the current...
Spend that. Yeah, spend the money. Instead of spending money on billboards telling people to get ready for Brexit, do it for that. Do it for that, yeah? Okay. Use the money for that instead. That sounds like a fucking good idea to me.
Okay. What about getting rid...
Really? Do I even have... Fuck me, these people need an umbrella up their arse.
Who are you going to vote for?
I'll be voting for the Conservative Party.
Why?
Well, I'm a Conservative Party member, so that's one of the main reasons. But I mean, to be honest, for me, I think it's about time we get Brexit done. We get Brexit over the line. Boris obviously promised to deliver Brexit by October 31st. He was unable to do that because he was blocked in Parliament by the Labour Party.
Okay, just some policy ideas that have been doing the rounds at the minute. 100 billion quid for some of the most deprived areas in the UK. Good idea?
I mean, fundamentally, from a Conservative perspective, I think any sort of anything that we're spending has to be properly funded. Now, if that's coming from borrowing or it's coming from raising taxes, then the potential issues there.
Elected House of Lords?
No.
Who do you hate the least?
That's a big question at the moment. It's hard to keep up with everyone. Corbyn says some of the right things. Whether it's realistic or not, I don't know. Boris, I think we could probably agree, is you know, he has his opinions on things, but honestly, I couldn't tell you who I hate the least at the moment.
£100 billion pumped directly into some of the most deprived areas in the UK.
That's a lot of money. It depends what they're doing with it. If it's effective, if it's in the right place, if it's through education, if it's through the right channels, then that's potentially a good use of our money. But ultimately, what is it doing? Well, I want to know what it does. Yeah. At the end of the day, I want to know if it's helping people.
What about getting rid of first past the post, having proportional representation?
Oh, I'm not the best on that, I will admit, yeah.
What about House of Lords at the minute? 350 quid a day, I think it is, just to turn up. They're not elected. Would you want them to be elected?
I think anyone that's having a big say in Parliament should have some sort of election basis behind them. I think that they're representing a proportion of the country, which is, you know, however big that might be, whatever section that might be, they should sort of come from somewhere elected, yeah.
What if I told you that the £100 billion one was a Brexit Party policy?
That's a good point. Well, you know, the
Weird,
thing
isn't it?
is,
It's
like,
weird, isn't
you know, I'm.
No, it's weird.
I would like, honestly, if they meant that, then why would I? I'm not, gonna pick a party based on the name.
So that's Street Talk from Brixton, all done and dusted. Quite interesting that the only person who really disagreed with the Brexit Party policy was in fact a Tory, which means one thing, doesn't it? That the Brexit Party might have actually managed to out-Labour Labour. Who would have thought it, eh? Make sure you comment below and let us know where we should go next time.